Hi everyone, I'm WFA Chief Meteorologist Pete Delkus. I talked about this, I've actually talked about Flash Flood Alley for a number of years, and I talked about this on the 5 and the 6 p.m. news tonight. And if you missed that, let me kind of walk you through where Flash Flood Alley is. It's North Texas, all the way down into Waco, Austin, San Antonio, down toward Laredo and Del Rio. This whole swath of an area is Flash Flood Alley, and the heart of Flash Flood Alley is down in the hill country. And why is it down in the hill country? Because that's the location between the Balcones escarpment and the coastal plain where we have the most dramatic change in elevation. And that dramatic change in elevation creates the perfect conditions for flash flooding. And unfortunately, we saw it again this weekend, quite possibly the worst flash flooding in the history of the state of Texas. So why down in the hill country is flash flooding such a major concern, and why is that part of the state of Texas so flood prone? Well, number one, we have very intense rainfall across the entire state, but in those locations the rates can exceed anywhere from 2 to 4 inches per hour. They can exceed that. 2 to 4 inches per hour, and that in itself will trigger flash floods. Then you throw in the steep terrain, and the torrential rain runs downhill extremely fast and overwhelms the creeks, the streams, the rivers abruptly. And then you throw in the thin, rocky soils, and it's the perfect ingredients for the natural disaster that we saw. These soil types in the area, the sandy, the clay, and the loam, this terrain doesn't absorb rain very well, and it just leads to very fast runoff. So that's what took place. That's why that area down in the hill country is so flood prone. And again, there's the Flash Flood Alley that extends from Dallas-Fort Worth south all the way down toward Del Rio and Laredo. One other thing that has been questioned a lot lately has been the timing of the forecast from the National Weather Service, the alerts and the warnings that were issued. They shouldn't be, and all of this is just factual that I'm going to present. It's all been very well documented, but Tuesday through Thursday morning, there were forecasts were put out by the National Weather Service in San Antonio, Austin. They mentioned the potential for flooding, okay? At 1:18 p.m. on Thursday, a flood watch was issued through Friday morning. That flood watch was issued for up to 7 inches of rain, and the possibility of rivers flooding, and Kerr County was included in that flood watch. At 6:10 p.m. on Thursday, a special discussion was issued, and that mentioned the concerning trends for the flash flooding that was going to become likely with rainfall rates higher than 3 inches per hour. 1:06 in the morning on Friday, a flash flood warning did come out for Kerr County, and it was given the considerable tag with that warning. This typically triggers wireless emergency alerts on cell phones. So do not turn off those wireless emergency alerts, because those are issued when it's a matter of life and death. And those were issued at 1:06 in the morning on Friday, on the 4th of July. At 2:28 in the morning on Friday, flash flood communication was issued. That the National Weather Service mentioned up to 5 inches of rain had fallen, and flash flooding had likely begun in Kerr County. And then at 3:02 on Friday, flash flood communication went out, and the National Weather Service at that point mentioned a dangerous flash flood event was unfolding in south central Kerr County. At 4:03 in the morning on Friday, flash flood emergency was issued for Kerr County. A very small fraction of flash flood warnings get upgraded to this level. And then at 4:20 in the morning, the Guadalupe River at Hunt reached major flood stage, and major flood stage is 22 feet, but it crested at almost 30 feet at 4:35. So it went up in a very short period of time to that historic level. Okay, so the warnings, the watches were there. Unfortunately, a lot of folks did not get those, and if they did, they certainly didn't heed those. And hopefully they'll put in, the state will put in additional measures so we can avoid this type of a tragedy in the future. High today was 91. The morning low was 74. The normals are 95 and 75. We've been as hot as 106 and as cool as 64 on this date. We have not reached a triple-digit temperature yet this year. We have not reached one. The average first triple-digit day for the Dallas-Fort Worth area is July 1st, so we've been pretty lucky so far, and I don't have any triple digits in my 14-day forecast. But for tonight, we dry out tonight. It's a warm, muggy night, a light wind, 74 is the low tonight. During the day tomorrow, about 30% of us see some scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, a warm, humid day. Light winds tomorrow will hit 90 tomorrow. There's the next 14 days. 30% of us see rain on Tuesday. 20% of us on Wednesday. We dry out as we head through Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Most of us are dry Sunday and Monday. Could see a spotty shower on Sunday, mainly off to the northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But right now, hot temps do return just in time for the weekend. Saturday, 96, maybe a few extra clouds on Sunday. Keeps us out of that mid-90s range, but we'll be close. Mid-90s on Monday, then the final 7 of the 14 days. There we are. We stay in the middle to upper 90s as we head through Tuesday, July 15th, right through Monday, July 21st. No triple digits. We will certainly be close a few days as we head into day 13 and 14 in that 14-day forecast. But other than that, not a lot of rain. We're starting to dry out, and as we dry out, temperatures warm up. Make sure you keep it here on WFAA Plus for the latest.